What's up, everybody? We're back with the Making Major Moves podcast. On this episode, we got the boys, like always. It's us back again. We about to get into this, and this one I know for a fact is going to have everybody in the comments, everybody in every section of any side of anime arguing, because this one has had people arguing from the beginning of time. What am I talking about? What are we getting ready to progress into? Power scaling. But I'm not gonna start this one off. I'm gonna let the homies say what they're gonna say. Cause me personally, I'm a petty individual. I'm making sure I come with the pettiness. I know they will too. But let's get into this episode because there's a lot that we're getting ready to say. Because this is fun. This is fun. I love this. I love talking about the different animes and their different abilities and who can fight who and who can take on who. Because of the fact that it it's something that I love personally because I like watching good fights. We have a couple sources that I've seen from, like, what is that show? It's on YouTube. Somebody get it. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of Death Battles. Death Battles. And they have some great episodes. But me personally, I like to make up my own. And half of the times it ain't the people that they say win. So let's get into this.
All right.
Well,
Um,
what?
Stop! Please let me go! Please let me go first! I'm doing something!
All right, you want to go first?
fuck it. Um, I'd say, when it comes to like power scaling, everybody like, the first like, relative example and like, that establishes how strong somebody is, like, can it destroy a planet? And so like, first off, like, when you hear a planet buster, everybody goes to Dragon Ball Z and shit like that. You feel me? And so like, you're like, oh yeah, well, Vegeta can destroy a planet, Goku could destroy a planet, and everybody in the show damn near can destroy a planet. And so it's just like, when it comes to like, scaling, other anime character strength, it's always just like that, like, that tough margin of like, that where like of where, I feel like it's a really like high standard to hold, like, for like a lot of anime characters, because like the scaling can like kind of like can differ in different ways, like from like that pure physical strength to like overpowered hacks abilities and whatnot, like Infinity and shit, so like there's like I feel like there's like just like different levels to like really like uh describe the power scaling for like different characters and different universes and whatnot. And Tay, I want to go ahead and say what you want to say. So
So I'm gonna start this off with saying, with the whole Planet Buster thing and everything like that. Matter of fact, just forget it. Goku is a very beatable individual. We finna just go into it straight like that. Like, you feel me?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, it's cool that you can destroy a whole planet and whatnot, but it's like we seen this man die multiple times without the world having to be destroyed before it even got to that point. Like, you feel me? And like some people,
Yep.
are, oh yeah, well, hit was a little cheat shot and he hit him from across the universe. But that's the point we making here. Like, there are so many other moves that are so strong. Like man, my man's died from a heart disease. Like, think about that. Like, how more human can a death get? Man died from natural causes. Like, you feel me? Itachi treatment. So I feel like when we be talking about like power scaling and stuff like that, it goes it kind of goes hand in hand with like the mentality of like the individual that's fighting too as well. Like, a lot of cats be like, oh yeah, well, Goku just can go ahead and just ultra instincts, and it's like, bro, but Goku don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? He want to see what you doing right off the rip. Like, this is my strongest attack. You know what? I'm gonna take that. Let me see how strong that attack really is. Like, you feel me? Or he watch you
Yep.
damage other people and be like, oh, hold on, maybe I do got to step it up, but it's never outright like, yeah, max power. Now we're going at it. Like, you feel me? So I feel like that's a lot of thing that needs to go into it too, is mentality when we talk about some of these things. As I'm saying, as far as like, again, like with the power scale and like cheats and stuff, like we got cats from One Piece. Like when we talk about Logia type, we're like, if you don't got hockey, you can't even really touch these cats for real, for real. unless you have like the opposite element that is overpowering their element. Like for instance, Akainu with the magma, or like magma burns hotter than fire, so you can't. And hockey don't even matter at that point. Like you're just gonna take damage. So I just feel like that's a part that doesn't really get talked about a lot when we do these little verses and battles and such. Is the mentality to go into it. A lot of cats be like, oh no, Naruto's getting watched by a lot of people, and it's like maybe him specifically, but like you do like a Sasuke, Itachi, or something of that. They're not waiting around for you to do nothing. Matter of fact, you look at Itachi, you lost. You already lost.
You're
not
done
even
for.
Getting the chance to gauge how strong he is. Kaput.
So if we had to put it into a since we're talking power scaling, if we had to put it into a perspective, and this is where it starts to get crazy and the argumentative side gets to kicking in. If you had to pit a universe against a universe, which universe are you taking as an overpowered power system across the board?
Bleach.
Definitely Bleach.
Bleach.
Why?
Bleach
Why?
is my first.
Dog,
why is it?
First of all, you got to be like, if everything is going like, according to like, like all versus logic is holding strong. Depending on like, what verse you're from, you're not finna be able to see these niggas in the.
You can't even see them, bro.
Like you're not even finna see these niggas.
They are somewhere up in the heavens, bro. Not even heaven. They're not even in actual heaven, bro. Looking down like this nigga tripping.
You seen when niggas pull up in Bleach? These niggas float in the fucking sky, like they're not even flying. They're just literally just standing in the air, bro.
Standing on their air.
Standing on air above your head. And
just walking around, just looking, bro.
Just like, bro, what? So like,
if next to you eating a sandwich, bro.
Bro, like, so first off, you if you can't see them, you lost already. And don't let it be somebody fucking strong as shit.
Don't let it be a lieutenant or something.
A lieutenant, a cat, bro, like you're fucked.
We don't even got to get to the captains, bro. Don't let it be a lieutenant, bro. Don't let it be a lieutenant.
Don't let it be a third seat. Don't let it be a
Don't let it be that third seat, bro. That cat that's hungry, that's trying to get up there
trying to get up there,
let's
bro.
Not forget, they are hundreds and thousand years old. On top of that,
yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
Experience, they got it.
Yeah.
Immortality, they basically got it. You have to basically be a spiritual being in order to even fuck with them. That's the cheat itself.
Don't even sense they shit unless you're like,
bro. We ain't even got to talk about the swords. Like we can just talk about the spells that they got.
Oh,
come on.
Listen,
come on,
hey, I ain't gonna hold you back in the middle school. I low key kind of like had went through a phase of like, I was reading the manga. I was like, yo, like all they spells and shit like that low key kind of hard if you think about it. Like like this shit kind of tough. Like that, I had like a book that had like it was basically like an encyclopedia of like all facts and like a list of the spells and like because they got attack spells and sealing spells. So like, bro, don't let it be the nigga that was good with them bitches, bro. They were like,
don't let it be Eisen level threat.
They was out there like wizards in that motherfucker, bro. Swear to God. Bro, look, that nigga Aizen was cold with that shit. That shit he put Ichigo in, like,
Hadou no 90 Kurohitsugi.
That Kurohitsugi Black Coffin.
That barrier, come on, man.
Bro. If it wasn't for Ichigo being him, any other nigga would have got fucked up. That shit.
What was that one? The little snake. It was like a little lightning paralysis type John. Who threw that John? Was it Rukia? I think that threw it. Bro, they and that's the thing. Their spells ain't just like normal stuff. Where it's like, I'm shooting a beam. Like, no, it'd be
it'd be some shit. Like the higher the number, like, the more fucked up it might have you. Type shit. Like, I'm like, damn.
Their swords got powers. Their swords
are niggas. Their swords are niggas.
Their swords are niggas, bro.
Bro.
And so don't let him say his name.
It's not a 1v1 when you fight these niggas. It's a 2v1. It's all like that. Like nigga, they're already jumping you off rip.
Come on.
And don't
Like,
let them be cool with they, and don't let them have a cool ass relationship with they sword too, because then now they really finna
they're
jump those shit.
really tapped in, man.
Like what?
And we're not even talking about, again, we're not even talking about beam struggles and all that. We're talking about abilities that control amongst the senses.
Bro,
What do you mean?
in
What do you
Bleach,
mean
there
I'm in the
is no
upside
beam
down?
struggles. There
What do you
is
mean?
no beam
What?
struggles in Bleach. That's the crazy shit about it. Like
No.
they did that shit one time. That was like Ichigo versus like Yukioda and shit like that. They had the Class A Zeros. Bro, it wasn't even a clash. That nigga shit just overpowered Ukiyo and shit. Like, yeah, bro, like, oh what? Didn't do it just once.
Like,
Right, bro. When a nigga
come
strong
on.
as shit, bro, just know you're done. Dominant.
Bro picking out a bag of bones. A bag of bones and just breaking it automatically, and now you just feel it. It's
You
over.
just feel
It's
that
over. You
shit.
just feel that. He don't need to.
Bro.
He don't need to lick your blood. He don't need to know who you are. He don't even have to really see you, bro. It just naturally, boom, got you. It's over.
Got you, bro.
And these were
My thing.
man-made creations. These ain't even actual niggas.
Bro, all my life, like I know one nigga made these niggas, and they all tough. Like, and the higher the number they were, they crazy these motherfuckers was.
Yep.
Come on, man. That's
So
what I'm
the
saying.
thing,
Bro, that
the
motherfucker
thing that would,
start. This man existed and killed people and killed other creatures just like him because he was just too fucking strong. So I'm mad. So he had to split his soul in two just to nerf himself, and it was still too much for niggas. So just imagine like you in the presence of a motherfucker that can kill you just by being near you.
yeah, it's crazy. So with that being said, the fact that Bleach is going to be the most overpowered. All right, what would we be considering something that's probably going to be on close to on par with Bleach if we're letting Bleach be the high standard?
JJK.
JoJo.
Give me a second. Let me process that.
Oh,
You know what?
Here we go.
Here
We go.
It's like,
Come
listen,
on, man.
listen.
I mean,
not
but
a lot-
listen.
Not a lot of niggas.
Listen though. I would say JoJo because of the fact that the stand is an extension of that individual. So whatever that individual can like imagine with the stand.
But here's the thing. JJK and JoJo's are both damn near spiritual like motherfuckers so already. So like they can hurt they stand with Jujutsu. I damn near feel like, like just because like especially since like, like they already deal with the manifestations of emotions and shit like that. And the stand is a manifestation of your will and shit like that. They gonna fuck that shit up. And so not to mention that Jujutsu sorcerers actually throw hands.
Yeah.
Like, depending on, like, unless you're a JoJo yourself, which not a lot of niggas are, like, that got the plot and got the, like, that ability
got the
to
plot
get out
armor.
of all cards and shit like that. Most niggas got some whacked out stands that, like, you might get blitzed by a nigga for real. Not to mention, if it's like an actual strong sword, like a special grade sorcerer, bro, that got reverse curse technique, domain expansion, motherfucking, like, just like, all like fucking knowing how to like use binding vows to like upgrade their cursed energy and shit. Bro, if you got a nigga that understands jujutsu, bro, and cursed energy, nigga, a black flash? What?
Okay. Let me throw another wrench in since we saying JoJo and jujitsu. All right, we talking spiritual essence and then willpower. Nin.
Now,
because that's just emotion and willpower.
Yeah.
On the same token, because you have to have the essence to be a manipulator or whatever. So we could throw Nin in there too, because you can't see none of their stuff until they reveal it to you.
See, but I feel like they're not
it's
as
damn,
broken.
That's damn near the same shit with Jujutsu Kaisen and shit like that too. Like you can't really see they shit unless like you got cursed energy type shit. So like it's gonna be throwing a bit unless you can see my
isn't that Shorty's with the glasses whole thing and everything?
Yeah, and so like so just like like you like a lot of they shit like oh like they just doing shit over there like but like the whole time like unless it's a domain expansion like then everybody's in that thing.
I just feel like Hunter x Hunter is not, I mean, it's not, they're not broken enough to be in this conversation. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't got broken powers. They do. But if we go throughout the whole series and we talk about the characters from Bleach and characters from JoJo and the characters from JJK, I feel like that world, the most craziest move that we seen was the old man blowing himself up. A nuke.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the craziest moves. Oh, and the 100-hand Buddha. Don't get me wrong with that. But like the ultimate move that killed the big boss was a nuke. Bro, that ain't nothing.
I mean, honestly, I could also give it to Killua. Killua would be the only other person that could actually do something.
Actually, I honestly, no, not even Killua. Wrong, right family, wrong person. The little sister. That's the only person in that verse that actually got power to fuck with other people in other verses. Other than that, I feel like all the other characters would really be getting bodied for real. Because they're like, they're not super, they're definitely above superhuman, but I feel like again, like their abilities is still more in the scrappage field. Like it's still more about throwing hands and being where it's like the other cats, bro. If you in the vicinity, you die. Like, you know what I mean? Like again, and that's what I'm saying. JoJo to me would be the next reasonable verse because it's kind of like I said, the golden requiem, bro. Like,
you
know what I mean? Like Heaven's Gate, like being able to be like, oh, you got a power. We just want to erase that, bro. You forgot to even who you are. Like,
we're getting rid of that.
Like, bro, you can just read right.
I raise you like cursed speech. Like, I'll be like, oh, yeah.
And that's cool. But again, we go back to Golden Requiem. None of that
everybody
mattered.
got that.
And again, nobody and everybody doesn't have cursed speech either. And that does damage to the user.
Well,
so if you got the right person, because then don't forget they got healers, and then there's echo. Like, you feel me? So again, if cursed speech is reverb, and I got somebody, I said echo, that's Ben 10, but you know who I'm talking about. With the reverb stands. What you mean? He probably can hear that cursed speech, and then use his ability to speak it right back, and probably no damage done. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we got cats that's going to combat stuff like that. But again, we also got cats that literally, like, again, Gojo's one of the main ones who got the big what is it, like, universal, you know what I mean? The whole universal, I can control everything. But there's a couple cats in JoJo whose moves is on the level of like, bro, reality don't even, bro, what is reality? There's a lot of cats in JoJo like that. Remember the dude with the mirror? Once you stepped in the mirror, it was over. It was over. And granted, yeah, you gotta like, you know, granted, you can be like, oh, well, you gotta get him through the mirror, but he was still doing damage in 2 mugs once they was outside. Like, you feel me? So that's what makes, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, or what was it? The one with the bomb, Queen. What was it? What was his name?
Killer Queen.
Killer Queen. This man had a genjutsu with a bomb. You thought you killed me? Negative, bro. It doesn't end until you die. Like, what, bro? They were tripping. And then he can blow up time. What do you mean you can blow up time? That doesn't even make sense. Bro was exploding time to go back. Like, come on. That's what I'm saying. Like, JoJo, bro.
Yeah, JoJo had it.
And like they they definitely got some cracked out abilities and shit like that.
You had to be a stand user to see stands. Yes, that's it. It don't even matter about you. There was nobody outside of the other stand users that could see stands. Like think about that. I trained in the abilities of the spiritual. There was none of that. None of that. If
it's either you had it or you didn't.
Stands, or you didn't have the arrow, you're not seeing shit. You'd be like, oh, what the fuck just happened? Like, that's it. That was it of it. So that's what makes JoJo so fucking crazy. Because they have a lot of, like, again, like you said, not everyone's Golden Requiem, but remember just the original Requiem, the first one that we seen, that was off of Poneglyph's shit, bro. Like, no one could stop it. It was just in motion, moving. That was a stand controlling itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's wicked.
That would be some
pylon towers that were stand users. Like, cracked out, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
No, you're right.
Oh, and I'm not saying that the not up there.
You know, you just got like, but like when you got like nigga, like, you know, motherfucking, you know, Sukuna. That's just like, you know, that's just like we're standing from where he's from, and then like, you know, all of a sudden now that your whole top head of your whole top half just gone immediately from where you stand. Shit, mine even sashimi is shit. Like, just for fun.
And
like,
I felt
on my life, like, no, that's when it's just like, you know, like, so like, you know, against like certain like so just like unless you know you got like a D-stand type shit. So like you go up against like nigga like Sukuna, you just like, all right, you know, we gonna fill this nigga out. Soon as that was like depending on what your stand, if it's the one that throw hands or whatnot, one slash. Nigga, he might cut through your shit before like
But
you
what
might.
if you're not a physical? But what if you're not a physical stand? Because like we seen wicked stands where it's like, all right, you just slashed me. You thought I was dead, bro. I don't die,
But
bro. Like,
the stand user though,
but that's what I'm saying.
it
We
might not
seen
get
stuff.
fucked up. But depending on the ability of the stand, if he can't, if go ahead and be intangible or whatnot. What about your stand user? He's gonna get got, and then like you also remember that nigga Sukuna be fast as a bit. Like you see how like you know when they was like they showed told you damn near like fucking like flashed it like he was like just. Some of these niggas got them that physicality to just like low key kind of like you know again depending on your stand like unless you had like a star platinum type of motherfucker stand or the world like unless your stand had good reflexes, shit you might get blitzed by some niggas. Like not to keep it a beam before the fight even before you get your stand outside your body to go like Uda or like or anything like that. Again, depending on who you is, you might get smacked up. And niggas might be like, on your right, he was like, oh shit, I thought I was just looking at you up here, and now bro's over here on some vampire shit. Like, nah, like, and again, he ain't even gotta do that when he could just go like, dismantle. The fuck? Now you're missing like your arm. Didn't even know he could like how the fuck he did that. Cause remember, you can't even see his slashes. Only one nigga seen his slashes. Maharaga. In his own verse. And even then that like and that was because he was adapted to the curse technique. And he was like, oh shit, you can see my curse technique. Only nigga to see that shit. So like you had to be a special nigga to even see his shit. First off. And then in the manga, this nigga's cutting through space. That's how he got through infinity. So he made an attack that you can't guard. And then not only could he just like, you know, make a slash, he could put tricks on that shit. Nigga, what? It's not just one slash. Here's a fucking net of that shit. You can't dodge this motherfucker.
You're getting Swiss cheese one way or the other.
One way or the other by world cutting slashes and shit. And then this nigga was spamming binding vows to make shit benefit in his favor. Starting throwing out black flashes. Motherfucking like, you know, remember he got 4 arms and 2 mouths. So like he might be talking shit with this mouth, but he's over here casting chants and shit with the second one. Still fucking niggas up and empowering his shit. Mind you, he's a fucking like, you know, genius with the shit. So like when he do domain expansion, he don't even gotta make a barrier. The whole world is his barrier. Everything. And then again, he be spamming and binding vows. So again, if you do depending on what type of nigga you is, and like, you know, if you pressuring him too much, oh, he's gonna like, all right, let me go ahead and like, you know, I vowed I'll do this, that, and the third, and in turn I could like, you know, do this move like this. Not to remind you like of the fucking fire attack he unleashed. Now it might not be something fucking like you know crazy like you know catastrophic, but like that shit was enough to cause what they call the Shibuya fucking incident. And you like for like you know in comparison to other characters, it might not be like you know that much, but to like you know relatively like you know more street level kind of characters a little bit like especially compared to like to JoJo, that's a lot of fucking firepower. Like you know because JoJo's more or less like you know either rely on hands or hacks. JJK got hands and hacks. So it's just like, you know, like, you know, like, and especially with their hands, like, you know, it's like more so like, you know, nobody else, like, you know, it's not somebody doing the fighting for you. It's them niggas fighting themselves. And then, like, make it on turn, like, unless it's like in a Megami, this nigga with the 10 Shadows technique, he can make his own kind of stands if he wants to. He can make a whole little battalion of them bitches, mix them bitches up on top of his domain expansion if you really want. And then if he want to sucker out, Maharaga.
Oh, I'm about to be pettier. I'm doing it. I've got another level of petty. I got 2 levels of petty on this one. So I'm gonna pull it like this.
What's the question?
Sukuna, since we on the subject of Sukuna. Sukuna or Anos Voldigold.
Nah, that Sukuna get his ass beat by that one.
but here's another one. Here's another one though. Sukuna or Jin Woo from Solo Leveling?
It depends because like
Because that
it's
would
been a
that would
couple
be a fight.
times like at the end, like end of series, Jinwoo, I feel like Sukuna get his ass beat. But like I feel like it depends on like different like at certain stages, like
Certain, yeah,
'cause,
yeah,
like again, like these are
yeah.
isekai niggas made to be like overpoweredly strong. So at the same, so like like, it's like you can't really like niggas was strong, but like they were like methods to like their strength and they're like it capped at a certain point. But like
Yeah,
but like, you had to like really like outsmart. Like this nigga just get stronger as he fight. He go. But even then, like depending on like the circumstance, there was still like niggas stronger than Jinwoo or whatnot. Like
yep.
but he just ended up like getting lucky, stabbed a nigga in the eye. Hey.
But also, you got to keep in mind though, his ability comes from the fact that it's a video game.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
he can just change stats on the fly.
Yeah, like
On
you
top of
can't
that.
do shit against a nigga like that. What,
he's literally.
I'm like, bro, this shit's a game to him. Quite little. Like for Sukuna, he's like, yeah, I like this shit. Like, I'm doing it for the love of the game. Jinwoo said, I'm in the game. Like you can't do it. Like you. That's kind of two different fronts right there. So like like you said, like change his stats. Like all right, bro, like could max out his strength and then go and say like, all right, now I'm going to take that away and max out my speed. Hey, you can't do shit against a nigga like that. What? Like
I'm out.
This nigga's stats is like set permanently. Like there's no changing.
Nah, because we was talking about Sukuna and Speed, bro. And you when you said hacks, I had to think. I'm like, y'all, you're right. It definitely depends on hacks, bro. Nah, there's big heads who ain't even the Joe stars who aren't really necessarily main characters for real, who really got it. Like, bro, Love Train, bro. You can't really fuck with Love Train. Like, you feel me? Like, if we really talk, any unfortunate thing that happens to me is going to, bro, what? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen to me. It's going to happen to someone else or anything else but me. Like, that is wild. You can try, bro. It doesn't matter. And then what makes it funny is that it turns it into an accident. That's what makes it even funnier. Like, you feel me? And then we got the wonder, and then don't forget the wonder of you. Like, we got stands that literally are just denying just everything. Just like, yeah, nah, bro. Like, yeah.
That don't exist. No.
I made another reality that literally, like, no matter what you do, bro, you're frozen in this time. Like, so that's why I'm like, yeah, like, nah, you're right. There's certain, like, it got to be, and again, it's all independent on who you pick, who against, like, you feel me? And it all depends on what stance. Because, like, again, if we go part one, Poneglyph against Sukuna, it's not going to cut it. But again, Poneglyph at the end, when basically Poneglyph was like in the wheelchair and he wasn't in control of his standing Poneglyph or whatever his name was.
Polnareff?
Yeah, that guy.
Like
Poneglyph. Yeah. The French dude.
The French guy, yeah.
The French guy. So
the one that's based off of that inspired
like Jean-Pierre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like when we even at that end part, like again with Requiem, when it was just a stand in itself. So like it all depends on what part we're talking about. But there's a lot of characters I feel like in JoJo, like just to run back to that, like OP as hell.
Oh
like,
yeah,
Dirty D done like Love Train.
Oh yeah, for D4C.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
What?
I'm pretty sure I was just telling niggas in the chat the other day. I was like, bro will take you to another dimension to see your other self, and then and just fucking implode.
That's it, bro.
It's crazy.
Like it's done. And then, like you said, when he like that Love Train shit, you had to have it took like the Johnny of that part with what was this shit name? Tusk Act 4.
Tusk Act 4, yeah, the rotation.
Because then like the infinite rotation shit and its ability to like, basically negate other abilities. To like basically just separate through like the walls of Love Train and shit like that. Now you again like see in JoJo it's funny as a bitch because they always just pull out the specific ability a nigga might need to have the fucking win. They was doing that shit, bro. When they introduced stands in fucking part 3, bro, like this nigga JoJo like hold on, and then it's like he said, so your stand's like mine, huh? And started just stopping time and did that shit the whole fucking season.
Whole time.
And then it suddenly just stops time.
Like, wait, time out. Like, what? Since when could you do this? And
then in the video game, Eyes Over Heaven, he's like, they're the same type of stand. And this nigga copies the word again. And he's like, Star Platinum, Eyes Over Heaven.
What? Wait, huh?
Bro,
but did you notice? You notice this is a sidebar of what we're talking about. Did you notice each season with Jotaro? So he was black and like his outfit was black in I think it was second season or second or third season. But when it went to the fourth season, his outfit was white.
Bro, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Because
change
you,
his
you can
fit.
see the progression of him in his stand through his outfit
Mhm.
change.
Yeah.
Like leveled up each and every second, so his outfits changed. I'm like, oh, this guy's not
Always had that
playing.
shit on.
He's not playing. He's not playing. Okay, so
And
as we
holding my boy in
transition,
part 6, I'm still mad at that. Still mad at that. I ain't never letting that shit go. Hold my boy. Holding my mans like that. I ain't never forgetting it. Like, oh my God. Fuck
So-
you, Hero. Bro, like the nigga that made this shit, bro. Fuck you for that shit. Like nigga gonna have this shit fucking cut in the like, bro, all my life, dirty.
So what would be an anime power for these overpowered animes? Just across the board, what anime ability would you want to have? I'm gonna say, listen, I know it's fresh, I know it's new, I know they ain't really dove too much into it. I've got a couple that I would like. One is Nin for sure, because Nin would just be fun, just to manipulate or be whatever. Because they had some decent ones like Karapika. Even though Karapika only used it on himself, so he could take out everybody in the Phantom Troop. That was a whole different story. That man was diabolical.
Brought a shovel.
He brought. Look, you bring a shovel to your own fight, just know you're done. Just know you're done.
He's like, what you got that for? Oh, don't worry about it.
This is for you, not for me.
It's a mouse tool for later on to help us.
So
put that right there.
Mine would be from Gacha Yakuta, Rudo.
I knew you was gonna say that shit. I knew you was gonna say that shit.
Because
y'all actually kind of fucking with that shit a little bit too heavily. I knew you was gonna say that shit. This nigga want to be. I ain't hear you. I say too much. I know what he want to do. He want to be like Rudo, so he can make shit into other cool shit. That's what the fuck he want to do. That's what I knew what he gonna say. Like he want to be.
Imagine taking a hair dryer.
It's a blick.
Yeah, bro. This is my flamethrower right here, bro. You know
this shit, you thought it was going hot air before, nigga?
This is blowing hot air.
Nigga, what? Hot air blades for your ass. How about that?
Oh, just to grab anything and transform it into whatever. Like when he took Odu's necklace and it became that defense. I'm like, oh my God.
I seen a post that was like, bro, he made the hardest fucking weapon just to be able to never use the fucking shit again. Like, what?
Oh man.
Like
that man made a guardian god, bro. He made a deity out of nowhere. Like, what do you mean?
On the fly.
Only downside to his ability is as soon as you cap it out, you can't use it no more.
Swear.
He put too much sauce on that hoe. He put too much sauce on that. He's like,
yeah, we ran out of sauce, man.
No, ran out of sauce. Tap at the bottom of the bottle. Damn, boss, we out.
See, for me, it would be two powers from the same person. Like it would be either or. It's either going to be the great sage Raphael from the great Romero, or it's either going to be Beelzebub. Either or, I'm cool with, bro. Like, you feel me? The power to know everything, and if I don't know it, it gives me the knowledge and ability to do it. The ability to absorb anything and give me the ability to do it. Either way, when I'm fighting you, I'm gonna have the same ability. It doesn't matter. I'm cool with it, or not even have the same ability. No, I think I'm going with Raphael. I think I'm going to Great Sage. It's like you hit me with like a great spirit bomb, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? And I'm looking and they're like, hey, look, man. It only work on the evil. You feel me? So how can we do that? I just rewrote everything about you right now, bro. You only love doing good.
What the fuck?
But that's how it works, though. That's how it works. That's how it works. You be like, yeah, good deeds unlocked. Oh, good look, and then boom, you're good. Like,
so my thing is, I'm like, all right, so like, what if you got like, another isekai nigga, like, like on some like Kumagawa type shit, because like now because this nigga apparently knows all about other animes and shit like that, and like and also like just like basically making shit not like non-existent and whatnot. So like or like I forgot what cuz name is from like a certain magical index, not and the niggas is watching, not talking about Accelerator, but What was his name? But I forgot his name. But his ability basically was in his right arm, and it nullifies everything.
Mm.
Like, so like, any kind of like, like I guess like magical, scientific, or like just like whatever spell type of like on some like full counter type shit, but his
Ooh.
right arm just like, and like I don't know, I never knew to like, if they got too much like, deeper into like, why his arm did this or whatnot, what his
Yeah.
specific ability was and
Mm-hmm.
shit. So it's just like, so like, against like something like, all right, like, yeah, you can absorb it, but like if it's a, we said like, Beelzebub like absorbs techniques or whatnot. So it's just like, yeah, it could absorb it. Like, I feel like when there be like some type of like, I feel like there would like, a cancellation, like, oh shit, like, I tried to absorb it, but like this shit kind of like, kind of can't like, negated my absorption or whatnot or what and
Yeah.
things like that.
So as far as what I know, because like I didn't read the manga or nothing for it, but I definitely watched like all the episodes. When dude died, that was like all part of his being. Like his power don't run. His first power was Predator off rip and the Sage. So that's like part of him. Like it's basically his subconscious essentially. So like it don't run off of no like chakra bases or magic. It's like not a technical. It's not a magic spell or nothing. It's purely like part of his body essentially. Like whatever he like that Beelzebub come from him. Because originally before it evolved to Beelzebub, it would literally be his slime form just jumping on you and then he
Mhm.
absorbing it. And then it got to the point that it turned into where it looked like flames and stuff, but it's just part of him. So I don't know if it negates if he is negating him because like again, it's not technically a power necessarily because it's part of him. Like you feel me? Like well, it is a power, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like
Mhm.
it's an extension of him. Like even the Great Sage, it's like him talking to himself, and himself is responding back to him. So that's why I'm
Mhm.
like, even if it like Beelzebub, I feel like maybe because it's external, it would be something to get extinguished. But then the Great Sage again is like it's a self-conscious. Like there's times where he was frozen and was able to still like be inside himself and talking to the Great Sage, and the Great Sage is like, all right, well, I'm about to unlock this power for you to get over this. And then boom, now he's able to move through time and space type time. So that's how Great
Mhm.
Sage works. So that's what makes him so like OP and everything. And that he always be
Mm.
looking out for everybody. So good karma always spins around the block for him. You feel me? Auntie Karma
Mhm.
on the good looks.
On the good looks.
I appreciate you, homie.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's a deep question though. Like I don't really know. Like that would have to be a question for someone else who like really went super deep into it. Like for
Right.
me, I would say Beelzebub, yes, but Great Sage, no, only because it's subconscious. Like I don't
Mhm.
unless he's erasing mugs of subconscious. But again, for another isekai nigga to do that to another isekai, I feel like less likely.
Yeah.
Type it. Okay. Okay.
Because again, like my only cross references and a bad cross reference is like Itachi versus Sasuke. Like, no, neither one actually won that Genjutsu fight.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they both was like, all right, this ain't real for real. For real. Now we really got to throw the real bad boys.
Another crazy ability to have would be Lelouch from Code Geass.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's just
Um,
disgusting.
yeah. Do what I say. Fuck.
Terrible.
I
yeah.
mean, shit. I mean, that's basically like I said, like a cursed speech or whatnot. Like like that
Mhm.
shit. Like, bro, do what the fuck I said. Now we'll be cracked out, and like 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 Tay said, like that shit hurts the user. But if that nigga knew like reverse curse technique, heal that shit all right.
Right.
But spamming that shit, spamming it.
See, my
No,
boy Ramirez, somebody would be able to do that. I'm just all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
hey,
Hey,
that's cool.
hey, that's
That's
all I can
cool.
say. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say.
Like, but so could the niggas in the Inumaki clan, man. Like we all doing this shit. Then
Hey, look,
just do
hey.
what I say. Like we cool.
Well,
All
yeah.
I know who's not making on this list is Naruto and them. I don't care what
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
say.
Hey, that talk
Hey,
no jutsu don't work in these parts.
yeah, I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry.
I mean, I
I'm
would throw
sorry.
a Rasengan at a nigga. Or
No, but the thing is,
Nah,
he's
nah,
got
nah.
37 versions of a Rasengan. We got
I
to dead
like
it. We got to dead
variety
it.
I'm
though.
not gonna hold
That's
you.
not variety.
I'll be mad as hell if
Different
you throw a
attacks.
pebble as Rasengan at me, bro. I'll be mad as hell, bro. Bro, I'll be mad as hell. If I got the power of absorption and you throwing Rasengans at me, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be mad as fuck, bro. I'm gonna be mad at bro. You throwing air at me, bro? Oxygen
We're not even fighting at
violently?
this point. Like,
Nah, bro.
nah,
Nah.
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 It's a waste. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of a
Nah,
fight. It's a waste of
nah.
my energy. Nah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Smooth.
I'm gonna have to slide on you every time if that was your one power you pick, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
and then when it's
I'm
all
gonna have
said
to
and
slide
done,
on you every time, bro. We had
when
the
it's all
ability to
said and
get any
done.
move, any power. You picked the Rasengan, bro. Ah,
We going and
no.
then when you down and out, you hey, so my backstory is I lost both my parents and if we can just
I used to
discuss
sit
how
on
we
the
can move
swing every
forward.
day, blue.
Nah, I don't care. Throw the
I was
hands.
always on the swings. It was sad as shit, man. Niggas didn't fuck with me. Wow,
I ain't
I was watching
trying.
from a distance.
I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to
You
hear
know
it.
what? Truth be told, you can't even steal that power unless you got demon power. So, like, honestly, if you ain't on demon type timing, that don't even work, bro. So, like, you trying, you know what I mean?
Nah, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it.
Aaron already proved that don't work.
Nope. Mans didn't even let them charge up.
That's all I'm saying, man.
He said forget the fact that you need to build your he broke the anime code and said I'm gonna hit you in your power up.
And because reason like that is why Dragon Ball Z to me won't ever be like, don't get me wrong, they're definitely one of the strongest, but won't
Oh yeah, they're
be
great.
top dog because they gonna let you charge up, bro. They gonna let you power up, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm
The
not
only
letting
person that ain't really letting you do that is Frieza. He the
Yep.
only one is about to
Yep.
I don't know what you thought this was, boy. We ain't with none of that.
Broly would do it too.
Yeah, I swear.
If he get mad enough, Broly will not let you power up.
Well, we gotta see how this new Broly act. We gotta see how the new Broly
that's
act.
true.
You feel
That's
me?
true.
He trained
That's
now.
true.
He domesticated.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Oh yeah, like if you see it in the manga, bro. Hey, listen, I feel like he's about to pop out with something crazy for real.
Yeah.
I was talking about temperament though. Like, they might have trained him to like watch people charge up and not attack right away. So like he might not have that dog in him no more. That's why I say he got domesticated. He ain't a wolf no more. He a husky.
Yeah, not a husky.
Yeah, it's kind of like a wolf, but it's not a wolf. You feel me? It's just close.
Yeah, it's at that level of like I should be scared, but you howl and you act wild. But when you get up to me now, you want to be my best friend. Like,
No,
nah.
but I ain't even gonna hold you though. Even while this nigga was berserking, he was still letting niggas train. He understood this. I'm like, all right, let me see what this nigga talk about right now. Cause like when he was fighting Gogeta, yeah, he was charged out. He was like, all right, go ahead, power up. Like them niggas went transformation for transformation a little when they after they clash. Remember, like like niggas powered up. He was like, huh. And then like like all right, bet. And then like he smacked the Gogeta back. And then like Gogeta's like, all right, hold on, I got some for your ass. Went blue, huh. And they got to throwing them boys. they kept screaming at each other, and they was like, all right, what you want to do?
Yeah. That's a fair point.
He understood the assignment on that. Now with him getting domesticated, he ain't just gonna be all like. He's just gonna like listen. This Fury focused on your bitch ass. All like, I ain't on anybody else. You finna
Just
get all
you.
this.
He
shit.
said, "I'm not gonna let it." They told me only if someone dies is when I let loose. Only when someone dies.
Only. So you better keep this shit over here, because if they die, that's your ass.
Yeah.
Listen, this nigga might pop out with Super Saiyan 2.
Ooh.
Super Saiyan 2 legendaries like Broly.
If Broly gets a Super Saiyan 2, that's a scary sight.
I wouldn't be even surprised if they wanted to give homage Loki and they just give us like, I mean, they kind of did already, but they give us the legendary Saiyan like form, like when he's like all green and stuff instead of like the yellow. I wouldn't be surprised if they give like the classic Broly, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be surprised if they give him that form and to make that more canonical, and it kind of makes everything more wholesome. I feel like that was also kind of like the effed up part with Broly. It's like we have so many other former Brolys and none of them are actually like, part of the main plot. So with this one, I feel like that would be a nice touch where it's like, oh yeah, nah, he didn't just unlock a Super Saiyan 2.
Well, they did his Super Saiyan is kind of more so like kind of canonical to like his older version, because like his hair still is like it's green and whatnot when he goes to his full. They just like reworded like that Saiyan form and whatnot, because like going back to like when the Broly movie was coming out, like this was basically like the Broly becoming canonical and shit like that. So like with this was like Akira Toriyama's take on Broly, because like that Broly was essentially created like by Toei or whoever the fuck, but somebody else, and and that was, and Broly became such an icon of a Saiyan that he had 3 fucking movies. And so with that,
Mhm.
like, in that, there was like, all right, even though he's been in 3 movies, he's still not part of the actual, like, nobody ever gives reference to like their fight with Broly, even though they had
Mm-hmm.
to deal with it like, multiple times. And
Mhm.
so, um, with that being said, like, like that form was just like, the legendary Super Saiyan, like, that we all know and love. Cause like, again, that's why his aura was green and shit like that. Like, especially like when he first like transforms, like, eyes red. Like, I mean, shit, when they kind of did pay homage to like when like he lost it the first time and his fucking like reticle like retina fucking exploded and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how like when OG Broly fucking just like started exploding like through his body and shit like that, showing that like like hey, like what he's going into is an ascended, like this ain't no regular Super Saiyan right here. And like if you look at like the Wikipedia's for like for Dragon Ball, like his Super Saiyan form is like a Type C or whatever the fuck, like that like that they reference like in like that and also like OG Broly's Super Saiyan form falls under that like same category or whatnot. Just like
Mhm.
but like I said, like they just rebranded that same form, like like because even in the Broly movie, they was like he might even be the legendary Super Saiyan. They still paid homage to the fact of like of him being the legendary Super Saiyan and whatnot. Just that like they gave him a redesign and like and
Mm-hmm.
like revamp like
Reimagining.
his whole character and shit like that. And so with that, like especially now in the manga and whatnot, uh now that like because you see he went Super Saiyan like regular like Super Saiyan like when he first transformed and shit like that, and then like him going into like his full like stocky form and whatnot. They're
Mhm.
probably going like like also expand on that to like really like pay homage to like the Broly that like we once knew, like but more it's mostly so like I said, that Ray is going to be focused because when the manga ended, like for like the actual like before they went on for like the break after before I think it was like before or after Akira Toriyama died, um he was taking inspiration from Gohan because Beast form stems from like rage and anger and shit like that.
Mhm.
When like Gohan like went crazy and shit. But he said his trick was like but it was just like how he focused that rage or whatnot to like not go berserk. Like he basically described like how he let his energy like get raised to a certain point without snapping, and that's what like Broly did, and like or just thought it was like okay, I raised my energy up to like a certain point, but like and focus it right there without going fucking berserk. Then that boy went Super Saiyan, and like you see his like his eyes and shit like that, which you didn't see
Yeah.
in the Broly movie when he first went Super Saiyan or whatnot. So like that's gonna be like when they extend on that, like and however way they do, especially like now that Goku and Vegeta got like Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, and
Mhm.
whatnot,
What they
he's
gonna
gonna
give him?
probably bop out with something crazy. Like I said, Super Saiyan 2 Broly.
Yeah. So here's gonna be the last question, and we're gonna wrap this thing up. Do you think having an overpowered character is less interesting, or does it make it better to watch?
Uh, Honestly, like it kind of depends because on like on what kind of overpower we talking about. Because like you got your One Punch Man overpower, like like all right, everybody the opponent's doing their absolute dog damage type shit to throw like to really contend with this nigga,
Hmm.
and he just like
Hmm.
bland face ass like it was shit. And then like he ends it like boom, one punch. You got that
Yeah.
overpower, or like you got Gojo's over like he's overpowering the burst, and like where like not a lot of niggas can measure up to him unless you're like like you're also like Sukuna or whatnot, like or you got the potential. Like even then, he was always hinting like y'all got the potential to fuck with me type shit. That's
Hmm.
what his whole character was about for nurturing the next generation. He wanted them niggas to be stronger than him. So he was
Hmm.
giving them all like the bread and butter tricks, like to like really get themselves up there. Like he nurtured the fuck out of them with that shit. And so you got that overpower, like, yeah, he's insanely strong. Damn near not nobody could touch him for real, for real. But there are a few, that scant few, that like if they locked in and knew they shit, they can. There's that kind of OP where like okay, like because then now it's a good ass fight, now
Yeah.
you know it could go either way and shit like that. And then like yeah, like I guess that's really the only kind of overpower. Like you got the like where he can. It's no trying on his side. Like just instant one tap or at dead end of like.
Oh,
Oh no,
what happened? He said
we
did in
lost.
and died.
We lost the homie.
Oh,
I think
No,
his
we
PC
lost the
must have
homie.
died.
It's
well,
either the PC died or the internet. One of the two. But yeah. Well,
yep.
that's gonna be our episode for today. It's been real. We had, and like I said in the beginning, this is gonna be a fun one. Because we really could have gone on longer than that. Trust me, we could have
I had
gone
more
on
to come
longer
back.
than we had. Look, we had them joints packed up. But because if we kept going, this probably would have turned into a part 2. I promise you, it probably would have. If y'all wanted a part 2 for it, make sure y'all put it in, in the comments, whatever have you, or like it up so we know that hey, this is some of the stuff you like. Be sure to check out the podcast on everything and follow us on every media you follow, whether it be Spotify, podcasts on Apple or wherever you like to listen to your podcast. Subscribe to this podcast. We got more content coming. We've got a plethora of ideas that we've got vaulted up for you guys, and we're excited and ready to get them joints going. So like I said, this is going to be it for this episode. It was a ball. I had fun. I know the boys had fun too with this one, and so we will see y'all in the next one. We out.